Welcome to the Trading Lounge and the US Indices report, and starting with the SP500 here on the 2-hour chart. The move from this low here to the 2100 through here, we would be looking for the 61.8 retracement level, which is here. There's also a slim chance too that this 280 here, group 2 here, so between every 100 points here we have group 1, which is 10, 20 and 30 as a group, and if support is found on top of 30, then we know that we'll get to 50, which is the midpoint, the halfway here, and then we have group 2, 65, 72 and the 80, and that really breaks up the 100 here really quite nicely, and the market tends to work with these particular numbers well, as always. So what we're looking at here is group 2 as support, and we've been supported here before. So it's possible that the move up to here, we can look for a 61.8 retracement level, which is back at the 2080 here. So it's possible that the market can come to this little level here and then move off from that point there, okay? And of course, that would be well, let me go back another step too. On the cash market, this is the actual high here, not this one here. So technically, we could put this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to here, as such here, and then we could have wave 2 over to here, and then we can have this as wave 1 here, and wave 2 coming to that point there, okay, that 2080. If the 2080 is basically breached or becomes the resistance, then we need to look at the full extension retracement of the move up here, wherever that top is here, and it's probably best to take the cash market top really here, and and look for retracement back over here. So then that would put the wave count over here. Just delete that. Don't need that, don't need that. And then this here becomes the A wave here, the B wave here, and we can remove that and that, and we'd be looking for 5 waves down in the C wave here. So if I can just get this tool here, so we'd be looking at a 1 and 2 here, and then we'd look at 3 here, 4 here, and 5 here, so to speak. Now the target area, the 50-60% retracement level, look, sometimes it nails it, sometimes it's, you know, around it or whatever, but it's more important to count the actual structure coming down through here. And if this is the case, then we have a clear wave 1 here and wave 2 here, and then we're in the third wave here. And in the third wave, well, obviously in each wave 1 and 3 and 5, we're going to get 5 waves in each. And it would typically be that the move down here, first down into the 80 here, we'll see a bounce as wave 1, 2 and 3, 4, 5 in there to have that 5 waves in that third wave here, and the fourth wave and the fifth wave, and then we'll see a turn up from that point there. So we could be looking at the midpoint here, which is always 5 being the second strongest number, which is always important, but group 2 always puts up a nice support here as well. So just cutting into the 15-minute chart here, so this is where we had wave 1 before up here, and now I think that we can comfortably move this over to here. And yes, well, looking at this here now as the A, the B and the C wave here, and I'll just sort of fill these in here as I go, and we'll break that structure down now. Now, as I mentioned, it's also important that that we understand that this 280, you know, it can still be up for wave 1 here, an A wave and a B wave and a C wave to here, and then moving up through there. And that would have, if I can just copy this wave 1 here, and we'll just put that there, and we grey them out, or I grey them out to just to have an alternative count here as well, and wave 2 would simply be in here, but we'll see. It's a bit of a long shot, but let's just see how that settles into that particular number there. But as a wave and a B wave and a C wave like that, normally the wave A is the sharpest, and then wave C here in this picture, wave C is on more of an angle like this, but in this case we can see that wave C here coming down is actually sharper than the wave A here. So that would suggest that we're looking for wave 3 to come into play. It's got the personality of a wave 3, wave 4, and wave 5 coming down. So yeah, let's just so basically we're looking for from here the wave 1, the wave 2, wave 3 is not going to be any shorter than wave 1 here, so wave 3 would be longer. We'll probably see a complicated wave 4 in here, and then a wave 5 down into this sort of area here. Now it may come all the way down into the, to 2040. That's technically where it can go, and can go further too, but this is just a rough target area as such. So on the 5-minute chart, just breaking that down here a little bit. Let's just have a look in here. Well, it certainly looks like we've got this wave 1 into this particular point here, doesn't it? And then an A wave, a B wave in 3 waves, and a C wave here. So in this leg, we've got this going on here. This is also appears to be 5 waves down as well, because we can work out the little strong wave here and wave 3, the wave 4 here. So we can look for a 50-60% retracement level here before seeing further downside as such. So let's just for the exercise, so we know that 280 can have some support there, okay? So let's just say that the market's going to bounce off this 280 here, then we can, because obviously we don't want to miss a long trade either. So this is the 61.8 retracement level here, which makes it quite nice at that high here. So we could say that if the 2090 becomes the support, a tested support, it's got to come down and test it, and then have that, wherever that high is there, and then take that high out there. That's the setup and the trigger. It's, it's a safer trade. That's all it is. And yeah, so we could say that for trading purposes, support on this 290 here, nice tested support here, would create the long trade from that point. Okay, so that's that sort of point where we'd be wrong, and you can go long from there and look to add on top of the 100 here. One's important, it's the strongest number in the market, so that is a nice tested support. It will take time to do that, but we are looking for higher ground, and it should move quite reasonably quickly, whichever way it goes. So it's either going to move quickly from this low here or from the 280 here. But now you know that we can go long on the 90 here as well, and then that means that this will be up for 1 here and back for 2 here, and then up for 3 and 4 and 5. So essentially, what we're looking for is that the 2100 here, the arrival, the reaction in sort of 3 waves, and then try to see the market climb on top of this 2100 here, and that's the setup there. But we can get in early at 2090. Okay, so the DJ and the Nasdaq are basically the same, so we'll have a look at the DJ. We were looking at this coming back into this space here anyway yesterday, so yeah, so we're on that track there. Once again, we can view this from this low here to this high here as wave 1, and looking for a 50-60% retracement level. So it can move up from here. So in this case here, the 17,800 would be would be the catalyst to move in from. So we could just say from that high here, any breach of that you can move in from, but you can also build on here. You know that the Dow works very nicely to every 100 points, so that's what you'd be looking for. Support on 8 to get to 9, get out, get back on, and then up to the 18, out and back on again, and then you've got all your sub levels before, in between these as well, the 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 5 and 8 through there. But otherwise we'll see this retrace a little bit further through here. Okay, so that's pretty much the picture as it stands at the moment. So cheers.